It's the fascinating tale of the world's most influential self-made mogul and her ride or die. After working together in their 20s, Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King quickly realized they were more than just work friends, they were best friends. Now in their 60s, the two media mavens rock matching Bentleys, twinsy jammies, and a mutually profound respect for each other. Here's a look at the stunning transformation of Oprah and Gayle. Rags and riches. Though they were born in 1954, their beginnings were starkly different. Gayle, a Maryland native, was born to an upper-middle-class family with a pool and a maid. She even lived in Turkey from age 6 to 11 thanks to her father's engineering work. Still, Gayle had times when she felt she didn't fit into her community, saying, "It's that whole being the odd girl out thing. We didn't fit into everybody else's perception of what it's like to be a black girl. I grew up in an all-white community. I remember getting embarrassed in 4th grade when a boy in my class named Wayne said, 'If it weren't for Abraham Lincoln, you'd be my slave.'" Meanwhile, Oprah was born in Mississippi to an 18-year-old unwed mother and faced much harder times.
There was no running water, no electricity, and right out back here used to be an outhouse.
Winfrey was raised by her grandmother through the age of 6. Oprah revealed in an interview for Makers, "My grandmother never imagined that I could be anything bigger than a maid. She used to say, 'I just hope you get some good white folks when you grow up.' And I remember being about 5 years old and I knew that I wasn't going to have that life." Her devastating home life, as well as sexual abuse by family members, forced Oprah to run to the streets, resulting in her becoming pregnant at just 14 years old. Immediately sent to live with her strict father, she hid her pregnancy until the day she went into labor. A premature baby boy was born and later died. It was then that her father told her that this was her second chance, and she took it. Work friends. By 1976, Oprah was a 22-year-old co-anchor at WJZ News, making $22,000 a year. New York Times TV critic Bill Carter remembered Oprah as genuine and able to easily connect with the female audience. Just steps away from the rising star, 21-year-old Gayle was working at the same station as a production assistant, banking $12,000 a year in her entry-level position. Oprah made the first move, inviting Gayle to wait out a bad Baltimore snowstorm at her place. Although they had spent hours together in the newsroom every day, they weren't yet friends due to their very different jobs and the hierarchy of the newsroom. Gayle explained,
"This is something that's so unique to Oprah and really not surprising to who she is today."
As fate would have it, after borrowing clothes and chatting all night long, the two forged the beginnings of a lifelong bond. Reflecting on their shared experience as young, single African-American career women leading a shift toward diversity, Gayle admitted,
"I never felt like I was a pioneer. I don't think she ever felt like she was a pioneer, but when I look back on those days, clearly it was, uncharted territory."
An unhappy marriage. Oprah was the maid of honor at Gayle's 1982 wedding, but she just wasn't into her friend's impending marriage. To be fair, Oprah wasn't wrong. Gayle later divorced her husband when she found him in bed with another woman. Oprah revealed to O Magazine, "There are some weddings you go to and you're just filled with all this hope for the couple. I didn't feel that at yours." Even though she wasn't feeling the love at the time, 28-year-old Oprah championed the happiness of her best friend while struggling against her own feelings. Oprah admitted to possibly being jealous and being afraid that her friendship with Gayle would change after her marriage, but fortunately for them both, everything remained the same. Oprah hits the air. By 1986, the 32-year-old Oprah was about to hit a ratings jackpot with her morning show on WLS-TV in Chicago, while Gayle, 31, was already establishing herself as a star anchor on Hartford's WFSB evening broadcast.
That's our report for tonight. Thank you for joining us. We'll all be black next. We'll all be back next week, and I'll be black. We'll all be back.
It was around then that Oprah began to publicly address her struggles with her weight, which would become a defining element of her brand. Oprah told Vogue, "That's why I first brought it up on TV. I said, I know y'all are thinking, look at her fat butt. It's a little issue I've had for a while. All my friends, except Gayle, told me I wouldn't get the job in Chicago because I'm black and overweight." Even through their individual struggles, the long-distance pals remained closer than ever, supporting each other despite what anyone else thought. Starting families. It was also in 1986 that Oprah struck up a relationship with the elusive Stedman Graham, but they weren't quick to marry.
It would be wonderful if it is Stedman.
So why don't you do it?
Because I'm not ready. I don't think he is either, but I know I'm not ready.
While the two have stayed together over 30 years, never tying the knot, Stedman did once propose to Oprah in 1992. And who else was hanging around during the impromptu moment? You guessed it, Gayle. Oprah told O Magazine, "The truth is, no matter where I am, whether Stedman is there or not, Gayle's in the other room." Gayle added, "I really do marvel at this because if Stedman didn't accept me, it would be very difficult for us to be friends." Stedman, for his part, isn't threatened by the friendship and considers the pair to be like sisters. A year later, in 1987, Gayle gave birth to her daughter Kirby, followed by William Jr. about a year later. Oprah wanted to give something special to the new mom, and in true Oprah style, she blew every other shower gift out of the way by giving Gayle a fully paid nanny for as long as Gayle wanted. And though Oprah has no kids of her own, she and Gayle are so close that Oprah considers Gayle's kids to be part of her family. The Big 4-0 and beyond. Much of the duo's legendary friendship has been documented on Oprah's own show, and one of the more telling moments was during Oprah's surprise 40th birthday celebration in 1994. With Megawatt surprise guests Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin, Felicia Rashad, and Stedman appearing for Oprah's birthday celebration on The Oprah Show, it's hard to imagine anyone topping the lineup. But the moment her bestie walked out from backstage, Oprah lost her cool.
Are you really surprised?
But if there was one moment that nearly broke the pair's friendship, it was when Oprah took the stage with Tina Turner on The Oprah Show in 1997. Later, Oprah recalled,
The only time she's ever been jealous of anything was, and she just said, "I'm jealous." And which is so interesting because she can't sing.
But the friendship survived Tina, becoming stronger because of Gayle's honesty about her true feelings. Road trip.
Let's just add to that lesbian rumor.
Lesbian rumors.
Come on in, baby.
It was the summer of Oprah's 20th season in 2006, and the two had struck out on an adventure that would take them from Santa Barbara, California to New York City in 10 days. Testing the bounds of their patience, the two quickly ran into trouble as two independent women stuck together in a car who had never spent 11 days straight in close proximity to each other.
I had to sit here for 6 hours and take in other people's energy.
She's just cranky and bitching and it's getting old. And Oprah, nobody cares because we're all friggin' tired.
Cameras rolled as they hashed out their own rules of the road, who picks the music, and played Would You Rather. And with their fair share of hiccups and grungy motels, the two made it to NYC in one piece.
I'm really Oprah. I really am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Surprising at 60. In 2014, Oprah decided to throw a massive early 60th birthday bash for her BFF, made possible by the O Magazine staff. The theme? The World According to Gayle, which included Gayle's closest friends and family wearing her favorite color, yellow, and her favorite shoes, clogs. Along with bright yellow balloons and smiles all around, there were 960 cupcakes, custom grilled cheese sandwiches, and burgers from Shake Shack. Gayle praised her friends' thoughtful generosity, sharing, "Oprah always says this, that love is in the details, and I certainly felt that." In addition to all of that, Oprah flew Gayle's entire family to Hawaii for the celebration. And when Gayle sprained her ankle walking to the gym during New Year's Eve during her vacation, her best friend stayed by her side in a Maui hospital, even pushing her in a wheelchair. Still going strong. Theirs is a friendship most of us can only dream of, a kind of luxuriously endless sleepover. And even in their early 60s, the two mega-successful media stars are just getting started. Oprah launched her 2017 Year of Adventure with a hike through the Grand Canyon with sister friend Gayle, of course. In an interview with O Magazine, Gayle said, "I think about when we get old, but I can't imagine life without Oprah. I really can't. I'll go first if I can be 90 and Oprah can be 91. Oprah has also reflected on their enduring friendship.
She is the friend that everybody deserves. I don't know a better person.
Thanks for watching. Click the list icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.